Good morning, Malibu. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. I'm Shayla Girardin.
Grab a cup of coffee. Good Morning Malibu starts right now. A group of Pepperdine students exercised their First Amendment rights yesterday evening in raising awareness for gay rights. The protest was sparked by the recent allegations that Pepperdine violated two lesbian basketball players' civil rights. Pepperdine is not the only school receiving heat for this civil rights issue. Recently, Belmont University fired their women's soccer coach after she announced she was having a child with her partner. So definitely something. It is, I have to say, it is nice to see that Pepperdine students are actually protesting and, exercising their First Amendment rights. This issue is definitely a hot button issue that, definitely the administrators have a position that they have to kind of work out, and that the students are really voicing their opinion. So it is neat to see that Pepperdine students are out voicing their opinion, regardless of what you believe.
Absolutely.
I think it's nice that they are actually, getting out there and protesting.
And this is a big deal for Pepperdine. This isn't something we see on campus every day. This is the first protest I've seen since I've been here. So I was really excited about that. It's nice to see, like you said, students getting involved, and it's something that's gotten a lot of attention, even from the media. TMZ was one of the first to break it, and there were a lot of media outlets there last night. So this is a big deal for Pepperdine.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just, we had the Ferguson protest up at the law school a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right.
And then this one today, or last night. Again, I'll say it again. It's really nice to see a college campus, Pepperdine, actually protesting and raising their voices and saying, "Hey, I have a voice and I want it to be heard. There's an issue that I care about." And so,
Yeah, they started a Facebook group about it yesterday, and it really was a big deal. They walked from the Bluffs to Alumni Park, and like you said, it's just so cool to see students get involved and to be passionate about something.
Absolutely.
Well, at Pepperdine, you're probably used to the phrase "so blessed," but another phrase that you may be equally familiar with is "so stressed." If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. The American Psychological Association conducted a study showing 90% of Americans are just as stressed about money as they were last year at this time. And these numbers are a little surprising considering the economy is actually improving. One of the biggest factors was student loans. So that's something that's huge at Pepperdine. So many college students, the majority of us have some form of student loans.
I think we can both relate to this issue.
Yes.
We both are going to accumulate some student loans after we graduate next year. And even though, I don't have those loans yet, I know that they are accumulating they're coming, and it is a little stressful.
It is stressful, and you get those reminder emails too that say, this is your student loan.
This loan is accumulating interest currently, and it is stressful.
And it is accruing interest, and it's stressful. So
and on top of that, being a college student, we have papers, we have projects, we have all these things going on.
Absolutely,
so
and you are focused on schoolwork, so it's not like we're exactly making big bucks right now on the student budget. It's a struggle. Even at Pepperdine, it's definitely something that people are stressed about.
Absolutely.
And switching topics a little bit, one Georgia man has a very creative alternative to disciplining his children. Russell Frederick, a barber in Snellville, Georgia, has started giving children bad haircuts as punishment for misbehaving. Now, Frederick initially gave a bad haircut to his son to punish him for acting out in school. And soon after, a customer approached Frederick and asked him to give the same haircut to her son as punishment. So since then, many customers have expressed their support, and Frederick has already cut 3 embarrassing haircuts just in the past month. So talk about a creative form of punishment. I can't help but feel a little bad for these kids. Like, that's something that'll last a while.
My question is, how many more kids are going to get this haircut? Like, is this going to be a haircut that kind of trends, I mean,
is this a new trend?
Is this going to be the new hairdo? Like,
so if you come in with this haircut, Alex,
maybe next week. Maybe next week.
I'll know what happened.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's true. So when you see these kids around with this type of haircut, that's their punishment.
Yeah, if I see a bad haircut at Pepperdine, I'm going to know something went wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, book clubs will have something to look forward to this summer. That's been 60 years in the making. Harper Lee is coming out with a sequel to her famous book, To Kill a Mockingbird. Her new book, Go Set a Watchmen, actually predates To Kill a Mockingbird, being written in the 1950s. A friend discovered the manuscripts last year, and Go said a Watchmen will hit bookshelves July 14th. I don't know about you, but I read To Kill a Mockingbird quite a few times in elementary school. I think I read it like 2 or 3 times between my 6th and 7th grade year. It's a really good book. I have to admit, I haven't read the book since then. But
it's been a while since I've read it too.
But to this day, it's still a fantastic book, and
it's so good. I'm just
really
thrilled
good
to have a sequel. This is huge, and especially so long after the first one.
Oh yeah, this is a classic book being written in the 1960s, and it should be interesting to see this book. This book, like I said, predates To Kill a Mockingbird, which kind of sets back into the 50s. So it should be interesting to see the storyline there.
It will be interesting, because I have heard also there's a little bit of controversy surrounding it, since her sister did recently pass away, and I guess she was the one that was really managing that side of this. So they're wondering if this is something that really Harper wants to be published.
Yes.
So that'll be interesting, but I have to admit I'm really excited to read it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be in line to buy that book.
Yeah, we'll be at the Pepperdine bookstore for sure. You'll see us there.
Absolutely. And I don't know about you, but I definitely noticed some fog this morning on my way to the studio. And Ross, will the fog linger around, or will it burn off later this afternoon?
It looks like the fog is going to burn off later this afternoon. It's going to warm up. We're going to have some great weather, but a really good surf forecast, actually. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first surf forecast. It looks like we're going to have a morning swell with the best waves over here at Zuma Beach with 3 to 4 foot waves, and then 1 to 2 foot waves over here at Surfrider, Topanga, and Sunset Point. Also over at Chart House, it looks like it's going to be a little flat with the best waves at Point Doom with 4 to 5 foot waves, and then also at Latigo Point with 2 to 3 foot waves. So now let's go ahead and take a look into the current conditions. Currently it's 55 degrees, the morning fog is just wearing off, and it's going to hit a high of 70 later today. Also, sunset is just around 5:30 p.m. Now taking a look into the surrounding areas, it looks like it's going to be a pretty warm afternoon over here with highs reaching 70 over in Thousand Oaks and Agora Hills with the lows at 54 and 52. Also, Calabasas is going to be our warmest temperature over here with 72 as the high and 55 as the low. And Malibu, we're going to hit a high of 70 later this afternoon with a low of 52. Santa Monica is going to be our coldest temperatures today. It's going to be cloudy for most of the day with a little bit of sun later this afternoon with a high of 66 and a low of 57. Now let's go ahead and take a look into the weekend forecast. It's going to be pretty sunny today with a high of 70 and a low of 52 with the clouds coming in tomorrow. It's going to be a little cloudy, only reaching a high of 70 with a low of 55, but then the sun is going to kind of come back for Sunday with a high of 73 and a low of 57. So I hope that everybody has a great weekend. It's going to be a great surf forecast with a nice swell. So everybody grab your surfboard and hit the beach. My name is Ross Seaman. Back to you, Alex and Shayla.
Well, it definitely looks like it's going to be just a little bit cooler than we've seen earlier in this week. You know, there was one day where I wore a t-shirt and shorts. I'm like, this is January.
Rebel.
This is January, and I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
I have to confess, I was in shorts and flip-flops earlier this week, and a tank top. It's been so nice. But good surf this weekend.
Good surf.
Kind of chill.
I'm not going to be at the beach this weekend. I think it's going to be a little cold for me. But
I won't be surfing either. I wish I could say I was, but hey, maybe down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much, Ross. So do you want to find a job? Amy Adams is here from the Career Center.
And when we get back, we have a latest on the Disneyland measles outbreak. Stay tuned.